Good morning, cricket fans, and greetings from the Caribbean. This is another Cricket 360 production of the Cricket West Indies Regional 4-Day Championships. Andrew Chan in your company here at Chedwin Park in St. Catherine, Jamaica. As I say good morning to my friend who is known to the Jamaican government as Marlon Carlisle Pinnock, but to the rest of the world as Penny. Good morning, Penny.
Good morning to you, sir. Absolutely brilliant morning here at Chedwin Park for cricket. Combined college and campuses closes day 3 yesterday at 96 for 2. Still thrilled by 63 runs.
Yes, it's an interesting game here, and well, of course, we were talking about it yesterday and the possibilities, but I still think win, lose or draw can still happen. It can still happen in cricket at this point of the game. So CCC, I think if they can bat for 2 sessions, maybe set Barbados a total of maybe hopefully 150 200 and give them a challenge in that final session, then they might take a couple of wickets and then Barbados might play for the draw. But you never know what could happen in this lovely game, Penny.
Glorious game of uncertainty. But at the moment, Shamar Brooks and of course the youngster should be looking to bat as long as possible on day 4 of his match at Chedwin Park.
Yeah, of course, the 2 overnight batsmen who carried combined campuses and colleges to 96 for 2 were Shamar Brooks, not out on 44, and Satrujan Rambaran is not out on 15. And of course, he got a duck in the first innings, Penny, so he'll be feeling a little bit better about himself. As we see the umpires making their way from the quaint pavilion here at Chedwin Park. And it is, once again, Mr. Penny, another glorious day for cricket.
It is indeed. Shamar Brooks got a chance late yesterday evening. So he'll want to capitalize on that opportunity and score a big century for the combined college and campus team at present moment. Because, of course, the combined college and campus need that 100 as well.
The 2 umpires looking resplendent in their black and white. I don't know how you get those whites so white, Penny. Would you have to use a lot of blue soap on that?
Yeah, we call it cake soap here in Jamaica.
Cake soap, right. Lovely. Some of that Jamaican slang. Zahid Bassarat and Mr. Chris Taylor, the 2 umpires, standing umpires. Barbados team having their final little warm-ups there. And of course, Penny, you know, as the commentary team, we have to get here very early to set up and make sure everything is good for our viewers. And Craig Brafford usually comes about the same time. He's here at 7:30. Well, he was here at about 20 past 7 when we were here. He pulled up about the same time and immediately got out with the coach, with the manager, and was doing a little bit of work on the field as the Bajans take the field, led by, of course, the West Indies and Barbados Pride captain, Craig Brafford.
Craig Brafford is a great leader, and he's been shown over the 3 days here at Chedwin Park thus far.
Yeah. He has certainly set the standard with his fielding. He works very, very hard in the field. And, you know, as a captain, you can place yourself wherever you want. You could probably just, hey, I can stick myself in the slips and not run around and watch the game. But he places himself at mid-on or mid-off to probably confer with his bowlers on a regular basis. And it's always a different perspective of seeing the game, of analyzing the game. And on the ground level, Penny, where do you think is the best analysis spot for the game? Is it at mid-off? Is it behind the stumps? Is it at gully maybe?
I think it's behind the wicket where you can see 360 all angles.
Yeah. Akeem Jordan takes his position in the slips as we see the 2 combined campuses and colleges batters coming out. Shamar Brooks striding to the crease at the striker's end. That's the northern end of the ground. Be interesting to see who starts from the southern end. It looks like Shamar Holder. Shamar Holder is taking off his cap. So certainly Craig Brafford in the search for quick wickets.
And why not? CCC's team is behind by 63 runs. So of course the Barbados Pride will be hoping to get some early wickets this morning here at Chedwin Park. As I mentioned before, Shamar Holder will be coming from the football end, of course. And he'll be bowling to Shamar Brooks.
And he's had a very unfortunate game. Bowled waywardly but dangerous in the first innings. Got his radar on in the second innings a little bit better. But I still feel like he's bowling within himself just a little bit, Penny. Of course, he's coming back from a very, very serious injury. And there's that ankle strapping that remains on his left leg. But still a very dangerous customer, however you look at it.
And let's see how we start here on day 4 of this West Indies Regional Championship match here at Sheridan Park.
Good delivery, maybe a little bit wider than he would have liked to start, but finding his radar at the start of the day is always imperative.
Indeed.
And it is a no ball as well.
Shamar Brooks happy to leave this one alone outside the off stump. Not threatening Shamar Brooks any at all. Not seen any sun so far this morning here at Sheridan Park.
Cloud cover is nice, at least for the players out there in the middle. Holder comes into Brooks. Good bounce and carry. Still a little too wide for Shamar Brooks to not be interested. Trailed by 63 runs, Penny.
It is indeed.
Should they set time frames, CCC, or should they just play the ball on its merit? Should they say, okay, by the end of the first hour, at least we should either be matching in the lead or on par?
As a batter playing a 4-day cricket, you don't want to set yourself that pace. You want to just bat normal, play each ball on its merit. If it runs presents itself, it does.
First runs of the day off the bat. Shamar Brooks tunes that into the leg side. Mr. Rashawn Primus comes off the deep square leg boundary, retrieves, and there's just a single to start the day. Satrujan Rambaran has to restart now.
He definitely has to do. Easy pickings there on the part of Shamar Brooks. This came inside the line and tucked that ball nicely behind square. And he's a single this morning, so the CCC team progresses to 97 for the loss of 2 on day 4 of the West Indies Regional Championship match being played here at Sheridan Park, St. Catherine in Jamaica.
Lovely parish, St. Catherine. Our producer and director Visham Lalman and I took a little bit of I had a little bit of an adventure this morning. Went and searched for fritters. Unfortunately, we didn't find. So the overseer, Mr. Jason Passard, was very, very unhappy. So I certainly hope he doesn't take out his grumpiness on Mr. Lalman, because Mr. Lalman been doing such a good job.
He's doing a fantastic job thus far over the last 3 days at Sheridan Park.
Yeah. I think you enjoyed your commentary stint with him. I was a bit jealous that you referred to him as your good friend, Penny. Oh, swing and a miss there by Rambaran. I think there was a bit of in-swing movement there, if we can get the replay on that one.
Well, I think that ball beat him for some pace there. But 3 slip. There's 2 slip and a widest 3rd slip there, I should say. A pleasant looking drive there by Rambaran. Straight to the man at cover. Seemed to be Jonathan Drakes. And he can't score. Score is kept on 98 for the loss of 2 here at Sheridan Park. A wonderful ground here in Sheridan Park.
So what's the mindset of a batter, Penny, when you're coming back on a day like this, or when you have to restart, you have to reset?
Well, the mindset should be from home or from where you're staying. What am I going to do on the 4th day to save my team or to score some runs for my team? So it should be basically from home or from where you're coming from. And
then in terms of the steps coming forward, and that would be the end of the over First over of the day on day 4 from Shamar Holder. Uneventful enough, 98 for 2 after 38. Yeah, so coming back to my point, as I was misdirected there by Mr. Lallman for a split second. Coming back to my point, in terms of the situation that is happening here, what would be the batter's thought process in terms of coming to this game?
Well, the thought process should be bat as long as possible for your team.
We resume here at Chedwin Park with Shame Holder from the northern end. And he's bowling to Brooks.
Nice little touch there by Shamar Brooks, just opening the face of that and run that ball down to the vacant third man area for another single to the CCC total, which brings the total up to 99 for the loss of 2 on day 4 of the West Indies Regional Championship match, round 1, being played here at Chedwin Park.
It's good for Rambaran to have Brooks at the other end. The experience, of course. I certainly hope that Brooks will assist him, especially with his difficulties. And we have the 2 forward short legs, the dwarf position, as I like to call it, because it's 2 short legs.
Just for the prize yesterday as well.
Yeah. Dominic Drakes had a plan in action and it worked. Lovely. He's back to that one and punches that through the cover region for a lovely 4. That was a beautiful shot from Rambaran, and that will give him the world of confidence today.
It should be. It was short, and he came back and cracked that ball through the covers. Excellent timing as well.
Yep. That's the thing about the CCC batters.
As you can see on the replay, it was short, he went back. Wow, absolutely brilliant on the path of Rambaran. As I mentioned before, he should give himself a whole lot of confidence there. Didn't trouble the scorers in the first innings, but of course he's on 90 now from 58 deliveries.
That one kept low. I think he got some bat on that one.
He does. That's what's saving there, Andrew. So the Barbados Pride so far, starting with the 2 holders.
Lovely drive. That's past square, and that's another 4 from Rambaran. He's really enjoying himself here, and he's starting to play positive.
Wow. The first one was off the back foot. Now the second one off the front foot. Elegantly played through the covers. He's a classy player. He's Rambaran.
Our cameraman Kadir Mohammed said he's been warning us from the beginning, don't sleep on CCC. They have a very, very good team on paper, and we're seeing that here. The potential of the batters, all of the batters, is very, very good. Rambaran here shoring up the middle order. We had Kalicharan on the top, Shakiri Paris. And the batting has potential all the way down. Oh, he bowled him. Well, he slid that one through, and that's the end of Rambaran after a little 2-boundary cameo. Shame Alexis Holder has the last laugh.
As you can see on the replay here, just skidded a bit through. Wow. He was playing back. I think he should be on the front foot there, my second.
Yeah, most definitely. He should have been on the front foot for that one. And that's the end of Shatrujan Rambaran. Combined Campuses and College lose the wicket early in the morning on the 4th day, 107 for 3.
Wow, the second over on day 4. It's game on. The combined and college and campus still third by 52 runs.
Yep.
Incoming batsman seem to be Captain Jonathan Carter. So the two experienced campaigners are at the wicket now for the combined college and campus team. However, they're third by 52 runs.
Well, of course, these two will have to take CCC through to a competitive area if they're going to draw or win this game. I'm not a great mathematician, but you know they have those probability wins in the international game. I would say it's about maybe 70-30 to Barbados at this stage.
You're absolutely correct, Mr. Andrew.
No, if I was absolutely correct, I would have said 72.29845 to 28.4326.
Wow, you're great at maths, my friend.
No. It's an assumption, but I certainly think if the Barbados bowlers will be able to separate this pair, they will certainly be able to wreak havoc amongst the lower order of the combined campuses and colleges.
I certainly agree as well. You're going to see Shamar Holder coming back from the football end. So far, Shamar Holder haven't been on his best after returning back from an injury.
He has not. And just to give you all an update on the pitch, the end where Shamar Brooks is batting, I'm surprised the spinner hasn't come from the southern end because there are footmarks right outside the right-handed batter's area, while the end that Shame Alexis Holder is coming in from and northern, bowling to the southern end, there are actually no footmarks there, which means that the spin and the deviation he got was all on his own, which shows exactly how talented this young fellow is.
He is indeed. Just outside the arm stump to Shamar Brooks. Just a bit wide. You want to be bowling fourth stump to Shamar Brooks, forcing him to play.
Yep. And coming back to Shame Alexis on the other side, of course he has those very long fingers, Penny, and long fingers for a spinner. I remember they had discussed Lance Gibbs at length, that great West Indian spinner, and he had very long, elegant fingers, almost like a pianist.
He's very tall as well.
Yep.
Full toss this time. Shamar Brooks looking to force that ball. In the end, the ball figures out to the man at cover. Seemed to be Jonathan Jakes, who had a fantastic game so far for the Barbados Pride.
Yes, certainly. Barbados Pride can be very happy that it was their younger players that stepped up in the form of Jonathan Drakes and Kevin Wickham. They had them post 344 in their first innings.
So that spells good for Barbados cricket as well.
Yep. Oh, that's a beautiful delivery. Chris Taylor is not interested in that one. I am very surprised. It might be height, but I would say that one was very adjacent.
Let's turn our attention to the replay on the big screen here. That was very close. I would like to see it again, Mr. Lalman.
Chris Taylor is a very, very harsh umpire.
It is very, very close. But he lives to fight another day, Shamar Brooks. He's on 45.
Oh, edged! And that one, he kept it down. Shamar Holder is the unluckiest bowler in the world. Straight through to third man for a lucky 4 from Shamar Brooks.
And that brings up his half century. So 50 for Shamar Brooks. Not in the most convincing form, but 50 runs nonetheless for Shamar Brooks and for CCC team.
In all fairness, it looked like a deliberate shot because he closed the bat on it, if we can get the replay up again, and directed it down, which and you can see the gap there between second and what it would be a fourth slip. So he picked that gap to perfection.
Extra bounce there, but he kept it done quite well.
So well played, Shamar Brooks in the end, and a lovely 50 as well. And edged again, and he gets the same shot. I think this one he was a little bit more deceived by the extra bounce there.
This one he was leaving. He just run off the bat face down to third man for 4 runs, as you can see here on the replay coming up. Yes, it was.
He was trying to leave that one. Good call, Penny. And you remember a couple of days ago, or in commentary, we had discussed the gap within the slips. It's either plug the gap and let them go wider, because if they try to push it wider, then you might force the hole.
Shamar Holder so far having Shamar Brooks in all sorts of problem here on day 4.
Yeah, he's such an unlucky bowler, Shamar Holder. Oh, beautiful bouncer, beautiful bouncer. That is the end of the over at 115 for 3. And unfortunately, I'm seeing some dark clouds to the southeastern side of the ground.
Whoa, it was really quick there. So good aggressive bowling being shown here by Shamar Holder, generating some pace here at Sheridan Park. Bleaky skies here at Sheridan Park. Haven't seen any sun from the start of play this morning on day 4 of the West Indies Regional Championship match, being shown live from Sheridan Park in St. Catherine, Jamaica.
Yeah, so you get a shot of those dark clouds over the southeastern side of the ground, southern and southeastern side of the ground. It's made the place a little bit cooler. But yes, coming back to Shamar Holder, so unlucky. We said that he needs that wicket to feel like he's back from that injury. And I'm really not sure what Chris Taylor saw in that one. I can only assume that he thinks it's sliding down middle and leg. But to me, that looked as plumb as a plum pie.
It was heading towards middle stump.
Yeah. But he is a harsh umpire, according to an interview I had with one of the Bajan players, Rashawn Primus. I was commiserating with him for yesterday when he had a difficult over. Shame Holder into Jonathan Carter. His first delivery for the CCC captain.
Of course, Alexi Holder so far doing a fantastic job for the Barbados Pride. Picked up 2 wickets so far in the CC innings. Good flight there by Alexi Holder, forcing Jonathan Carter on the front foot.
Yep. And Craig Brafford is on the front foot as well, using his 2 holders. As I kept mentioning from yesterday, he's doing a fantastic job by rotating his bowler, is Craig Brathwaite. So Barbados do go ahead and win this regional 4-day championships on the back of Shame Alexis Holder and Jason Holder. They'll be the cup holders. This one is driven nicely through the cover region. And Carter gets off the mark. I'm making myself giggle, Penny. Pleasant looking drive there by Jonathan Carter. Scored a half century in the first innings. So he should be pumped and ready to go to save his team. But they are on the back foot at current. And of course the 2 senior batters in this combined college and campus team at the wicket at the moment for the CCC team. So it's a great opportunity for these 2 batters to make a mark and show the youngsters what is required of them. Some adjustments to the field for the right-hander. The dwarf position, the 2 short legs are in place. Craig, that's actually Kevin Wickham at a short mid-wicket. We also have a fielder at long off, or long on I should say, as well as that fielder at cow corner and Shamar Holder, and deep square leg as well. Wow, I tell you what, Shamar Brooks was shaping up for the sweep shot, and then at the last second came down with a full face of the bat at the end of over number 41. The CCC team progresses to 116 for loss of 3 here at Sheridan Park in St. Catherine, Jamaica. glorious sun this morning, but there's some cloud cover about. I'm not certain about the rain. I think I'm hoping that it's just high covers. We'll certainly have a look at the weather forecast for you and see if we can give you some more information on that.
So skipper Craig Brathwaite opted to go with 3 slips for Captain Jonathan Carter for the CCC team. I can tell you what, Shamar Holder is generating some pace here on this wicket here, Andrew.
Yeah.
Barbados pride so far. Been on the front foot from the start of this West Indies Regional Championship match at Sherwin Park. Led by a brilliant century from the youngster Kevin Wickham. He's 3rd in regional cricket. So it's good to see the youngsters coming up and performing at the regional level. This goes to show that we have good cricketers in the Caribbean. As you can see on screen, Captain Craig Brathwaite, as I mentioned before, he's been a great leader for West Indies and of course the Barbados pride thus far.
So an update on the weather in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, which is very near to here. Mostly cloudy skies. The high will be around 28 and they'll have some winds at 10 to 20, winds coming from the southeast at 10 to 20 miles an hour.
Solid in the fence there was Jonathan Carter. As it's a special welcome to Kimberly Forbes, our next commentator, the female commentator from Jamaica.
Yes, good morning, Kimberly. Appeal for LBW. Chris Taylor again is not interested. Shamar Holder very animated on that one. I think that one is more drifting down leg side than the other one.
Let's look at the replay. It definitely was a big shot offered there by Jonathan Carter, looking to heave that ball over the mid-wicket area.
Yeah, so some cloud cover is expected today. There's no forecast of rain, so that should mean we get some interesting weather for cricket. Edged! Falling! Is that caught? Yes, that is brilliantly caught by Hakeem Jordan. That is a grab and a half. That was very, very low. And Shamar Holder finally breaks his duck and gets that wicket he needs so badly.
Whoa, let's turn our attention to the replay here. It flew off the bat, and what a catch that was from Hakeem Jordan. I saw him doing some slip catching this morning, and it really shows out here today.
The big guy, yes, the big guy at first slip, Hakeem Jordan. What a wonderful catch.
As we look at it again, wow. The CCC team now in a spot of bother here, Andrew. They are 116 for the loss of 4. Shamar Holder finally gets his first wicket of the 2024 Regional Championship here at Sherwin Park in St. Catherine, Jamaica.
Well, unfortunately, our cameraman Kadir Mohammed couldn't catch me because I was actually applauding that. Because when I realized it was a catch, I was applauding how the big man Hakeem Jordan got down, because he's about 6'4", and he's to be in the slips. He's very, very adept. That was inches off the ground, centimeters off the ground, even millimeters maybe. And then I'm so glad that Shamar Holder has gotten that wicket.
We're going to have a next look at it. Whoa! Good catch by the 6-footer. Absolutely brilliant catch there by Hakeem Jordan. And hats off to Shamar Holder for being bowling consistently good areas this morning.
I think Shamar Holder will want to keep Miss Kimberly in his pocket from now on, because she seems to be a good luck charm here, Penny, because as soon as she comes to Chadwin Park, Shamar Holder breaks his wicket duck.
Oh my God. She's very special.
Definitely, definitely. Holder comes in again to Demario Richards, and that is a wonderful delivery to get first up.
So at the completion of over number 42 here at Sheridan Park, the CCC team progresses to 116 for a loss of 4.
So yes, your wicketkeeper batter, your member of the wicketkeeper union, Mr. Demario Richards, has a task and a half to perform. You certainly have to be Super Mario in this case. And I'm sure he'd like to pull in his brother Luigi if he had a chance.
Alexi Holder and Shamar Holder. 3 wickets so far between those two. And of course, Hakeem Jordan, I think, took one yesterday.
Yep. Working as a complete and utter bowling unit, and they still have Jamal Warrican. We haven't seen him for the morning. Back is this one to Rambaran. And he cuts that down nicely to third man. Won't get to the rope. Fila has to come around for a good distance here. And there is Mr. Warrican.
Back was Shamar Brooks.
Apologies, Shamar Brooks.
So Shamar Brooks up to 54. 56, I beg your pardon. 118 for 4.
Again, back to a dangerous one. That's similar to the one that got Rambaran.
I remember yesterday it was back thing to Alexi Holder as well, and it was clean bowled.
Yep. But that's of course getting into the mindset and the psyche of a batter. Whatever happened, you have to put that behind you. Because of course Kalicharan was clean bowled by a Hakeem Jordan delivery.
It was a delivery and a half.
Yeah, it was. And then of course in the second innings following on, he had to come back out and face Hakeem Jordan immediately. So I mean, there will be a little nerves. I'm like, oh dear, and of course, I probably can't say what he would want, what he would be saying in his mind. So I'll just go with an oh dear.
My word! So it's gonna be Demario Richards getting ready to face his first delivery from Alexi Holder.
And a slightly more attacking field here for Demario Richards as opposed to when Jonathan Carter was on strike. One slip, a silly mid-off, forward short leg. Let's that one go by, does Mr. Richards.
What Alexi Holder is doing is spinning the ball across the left-hander, so that's why the slip is very important. The combined college and campus trail by 40 runs. It's a pleasant looking drive there by Richards, straight to the fielder at cover. At the completion of over number 43, the CCC team progresses to 119 for the loss of 4 here at Sheridan Park.
A shot of the players' pavilion there. Visham Lalman, they know him now and he's welcome there at any time. I swear I saw him sharing a Powerade with Mr. Vasper Drakes earlier.
They are good friends.
Yeah. Well, he's good friends with everybody, is Visham Lalman. You've already called him your good friend. Shamar Holder on a high to continue here to Shamar Brooks.
Whipped away behind square. The crosser one. Will they think about the second?
The Mario wanted it.
But of course, Shamar Brooks not interested. So the score is up to 120 for the loss of 4. That's a combined college and campus. Still trail by 39 runs. With 6 second wickets in hand.
The think tanks of the two teams are actually sitting together there and conversing here. It's Ryan Hines and Pedro Collins, it looks like, but two fellow Bajans. Good delivery there. Well played, well covered by Demario Richards.
If you can recall, two left-hand bowlers as well. Of course, Pedro Collins bowl left arm seam fast for the West Indies, and of course Ryan Hines bowl left arm spin for the West Indies. So it's good to see past West Indies players coaching the teams.
Yep. Edged. That one bounced. I think that one took his glove. It certainly didn't get any bat on it. Yeah, he's feeling that one, Demario Richards. The X factor of Shamar Holder.
Well, we're going to look at it on the replay here. That's what we were talking about yesterday. Take your hands off the bat when the ball pop and get an extra bounce. You seem like you're a good coach.
Unfortunately, I don't practice what I preach. That's a good flick into the leg side. It's a streaky single, but Jonathan Drakes maybe spills a little bit. Shamar Holder very animated. I think he's really enjoying himself now. As we said, we saw yesterday, his body language is a little bit despondent. Shoulders a little droopy, but he's certainly a lot more animated today. And of course, he has that wicket you'll feel on a high, Penny.
He certainly should. An excellent delivery as well to dismiss CCC captain Jonathan Carter. He must be pumped.
Yep. So let me ask you, which feels better, hitting a fast bowler back over the head for a straight six, a towering six, or taking a full-length diving catch behind the stumps?
As a batter, I like to hit a straight six back over the pace bowler's head. That would do my confidence a whole lot.
Holder coming in.
Shamar Brooks there looking to drive that ball. Kept a bit low there, but no harm done to Shamar Brooks. So as I look at the field now, you realize the three tips there are very close.
Yeah, they're listening to me.
So you're a good coach, man.
I like the game, so you like to analyze and you like to look at it, so good delivery here from Shamar Brooks. Flicks it from Holder, I should say. But a good flick from Shamar Brooks to steal a single and steal the strike at the end of 44. And at the end of 44, it's 121 for 4. I shall take my leave for a short while. And you'll hear the dulcet tones of Miss Kimberly Forbes, who will try to keep Penny in line as best as she can.
Bleak day here at Sheridan Park. Just before the start of the play this morning, sun was really hot. But since we start here at 9:30 in Jamaica, some bleak skies. As we say, good morning to you, Miss Kimberly Forbes. Happy to have you here, man.
Thank you, Pinot. Good morning.
Is Alexi Holder so far doing a fantastic job for the Prides. A very compact player is Shamar Brooks. Kimberly Forbes, you were at Sabina Park yesterday. The Scorpions went down badly on V3.
Yes, they were blown away by the volcanoes. Wonderful performance from the volcanoes. The bowlers, they were disciplined.
As you can look at the replay here, that was swept brilliantly by Shamar Brooks. An excellent piece of fielding there. And the deep backward square leg boundary seemed to be Shane Mosley. He's been doing a fantastic job in the field for the Barbados Pride thus far. Back to you, Miss Forbes.
Yeah, as I was saying, that it was a wonderful performance by the Volcanoes. They really applied themselves. Not only that, but with discipline as well. They really erupt on the Scorpions.
So the bleak sky is still continues to show here at Sheridan Park. This wonderful parish, and of course a pleasant country here in Jamaica. Nice looking shot here by the man Shamar Brooks. He's up to into the 60s is Shamar Brooks.
Back to Sabina Point there, Pinnock. We saw a lot of experienced batters like Bonner, Blackwood, and Chadwick Walton and Kurt McKenzie. But they did not get the chance. Well, they got the chance, but they just didn't shine. Now we have Shamar Brooks here. He played for the West Indies. He's on 62 from 122. They're trailing by 34 runs, the combined campuses. Would want him to stick around.
So at the end of the 45th over, the CCC team progresses to 125 for the loss of 4 here at Sheridan Park. So far, the Barbados Pride have been doing a fantastic job in the field, and they are showing why they won so much titles. That's regional titles. They won 23 titles, Kimmy.
That's wonderful.
Indeed, as you can see, the police officers doing their work here at Sheridan Park. Wonder if they're searching this car. It's good to see the police officers out.
Just checking to make sure that we're safe here. Pulls it in the air. Drops in no man's land. They'll hustle for 2.
A single.
A single.
The man who's been doing a fantastic, well, as you can see on the replay here, it seemed like he got beaten for pace there, Shamar Brooks. But in the end, just a single, no harm done to the CCC team. And Shamar Brooks lives to fight another day. He got dropped yesterday afternoon was Shamar Brooks. Jamal Warrican was the culprit there at first slip. Well, I think Shane Dowridge should took that catch, but at the end, Warrican went for the catch and dropped that catch. So Shamar Brooks is here for the CCC team fighting along. CCC team still trailed by 33 runs, Kimmy.
Yeah, they would want to try to get that with 6 wickets to go. Try to get the remaining 33 runs and try to set something tangible on the board so that the Barbados team can get to bat again. And try to see if they can finish it tomorrow. Today, I should say. Well, because it was an early finish yesterday for me at Sabina Park.
The Scorpions let you down, Kimmy. Good delivery there by Shamar Holder. Been consistent thus far, Shamar Holder. As you can see, some spectators just coming in the ground. As this Kimmy seemed like he brings sun here at Sheridan Park. As you come in the commentary box, the sun is coming out here hot at Sheridan Park. As hot as you, Kimmy.
Well, we need the sunshine. Been pretty cold for the past few days. I didn't expect Kingston and St. Catherine to be that cold, especially in the night.
That's a cold front was here in Jamaica, Kimmy.
Yes.
So let's look at the field. There's 3 slips in place for Demario Richards. There's a backward point. There's cover. There's mid-off. There's a lone man at the mid-wicket area. And there's a mid-on. Shamar Holder doing a fantastic job so far. And wrapped in the pot, a loud appeal this time. Umpire Christopher Taylor not interested. Let's turn our attention to the replay here, Kimmy.
It was a nice delivery. Seems as if it was drifting down the leg side a little bit. Can see the appeal wasn't that confident at all. Umpire Taylor says not out.
Umpire Christopher Taylor, Kimmy, we know him over the years. He's a good umpire.
Yes.
Does football at the Premier League level in Jamaica.
Yeah.
He plays a bit of volleyball, so he's an all-rounded sportsman, Christopher Taylor.
Very active.
Indeed, Kimmy. Good delivery this time by Shamar Holder on the line of legs. Some equal to the task is the Mario Richards at the end of over number 46. The CCC team progresses to 126, is it? 126 for the loss of 4 here at this wonderful venue, Sheridan Park in St. Catherine, Jamaica.
A strong headwind blowing across, though, even though the sun just comes up here. Another 33 runs. They trail by another 33, looking at the mountains here in St. Catherine. Beautiful island of Jamaica. We are known for a lot of things. A very historic country.
We are. We are pro-Jamaicans, right?
Yeah, man.
Brooks is pulling this one down to the mid-wicket, down to the boundary for 4. A badly line delivery there. It was short there, Kimmy. It was begging to be hit, and did Shamar Brooks oblige. As you can see on the replay here, just a bit short. Shamar Brooks came back and punched that ball to the vacant mid-wicket area, and it goes down to the mid-wicket boundary for 4 welcome runs for the CCC team, which progresses to 130 for the loss of 4 here at Sheridan Park.
Well, that delivery got what it deserves to the boundary. And I think that Brooks, he's well set. You can see the ambulance here. We're searching for the ball. It seems as if it's on its way to the hospital.
Finally, Shamar Holder picks up the ball. It was heading towards the ambulance.
I saw the ambulance moving, so I thought it was going to the Spanish Town Hospital for some treatment after that hit from Brooks.
You're absolutely right, Kimmy. He's sweeping this one fine enough. Shane Moser does well. A fantastic job there. Back for the second. There's a chance for a run out. But one thing for sure, though, excellent work on the boundary by Shane Mosley. And Shamar Brooks was huffing through, as you can see on the replay. Excellent pick up on one motion throw. But just, whoa, a better throw there. And of course, Shamar Brooks will be on his merry way going back to the pavilion. This time he just opened up the offside and punched that one out to extra cover. The man who put down the catch earlier yesterday of Shamar Brooks, Jamal Warrican, does the feeling.
Well, he's capitalizing on his chance there, Pinnock. I was listening to you 2 days ago when you were telling your fellow commentator how you were dropped on 7 in high school, and you went on to make 134 runs. You were batting with John Campbell. So I guess he wants to get that 134 today or more.
You're tuning in on the commentary, Kimmy. That's very good, man. Alexi Holder will continue. This time we'll be bowling to Demario Richards. Batted well in the first innings, Demario Richards, but a rush of blood, and he gave away his wicket. But I saw him scored a half century last year in the Super 50 against the Jamaican Scorpions. So he's a good batter, very capable. He's one for the future as well for West Indies cricket, Kimmy.
Yeah, saw some good performance yesterday from the Jamaica Scorpions bowlers, especially Gordon Bryan. So the 47th over comes to an end. The score is 133 for 4.
It is indeed, Kimmy. Gordon Bryan been doing a fantastic job. He's a soldier as well.
Yeah, he was disciplined. He picked up four. His best figures was 4 for 64 runs from 23 overs. He did well with the bat. He was sentient at one point before the close of day on Wednesday, on the second day, on Thursday, I should say. And he stayed there, helped the Scorpions to get some runs on the board that they could have sent the Volcanoes to bat again. And a wonderful half century from Romain Morris. He's looking good too, shaping up for the West Indies team.
So it's going to be a change of bowling. Hakeem Jordan replaces his fellow countrymate, Shamar Holder. And he starts immediately on the mark, Kimmy. Hakeem Jordan been doing a fantastic job from day one. Picked up some vital wicket for the Barbados Pride. And still Captain Craig Brathwaite still with 3 slips. There's a backward point. There's a cover. There's a mid-off, mid-on, and a straightish mid-wicket. I'm on the long leg boundary for Brooks. Kimmy, which high school in Jamaica you went to?
I attended the Belfield High School
Wow.
in the cool hills of Manchester.
I heard you played some cricket as well.
Yes, I was the only female on the Northern Caribbean University cricket team, and then also represented the parish of St. Anne's women's team.
That's wonderful, Kimmy. You represent St. Anne, that's a garden parish.
Yes, and that's where I met you too, Pinnock.
I'm definitely from St. Anne.
And
So it is what it is, Kimmy. Small world here in Jamaica. And of course, overall, it's a small world. But at the moment, bleaky skies still here at Sheridan Park. As the CCC batting looked very bleak this morning as well. Trailed by another 26 runs. No ball signal immediately by umpire Christopher Taylor. Just handling down the leg side was Hakeem Jordan with figures, as you can see here, coming up on the replay here. Bad line delivery, but excellent take down the leg side by wicketkeeper Shane Dowridge. And Shamar Brooks into the 70s. 70 from 130 deliveries, Kimmy.
yeah, it's good to see Shane Darwish here in Jamaica after he retires from the West Indies.
A loud appeal this time, but umpire Christopher Taylor not interested. Hakeem Jordan was confident. I would like to see this on the replay here, Mr. Lalman.
Well, I shouldn't say retire, but resign. But looking at the replay here, he thought he got something on the pad, but umpire Taylor wasn't interested at all. Can't believe it. The body language is saying something from Jordan.
It definitely was handling down the leg side. Kept his line and went further away down the leg side. But a good shot there by the Barbados Pride. Brings Damari Richards in strike. Damari Richards so far just a single from 15 deliveries. But that is required by the CCC team at the moment. This one is tickled fine. Is it fine enough? Yes, it is. For 4 runs, nonetheless, to Damari Richards. And the total increases to 138 for loss of 4. Richards is up to 5.
Well, he handled that one well. Just use the bat. The pace is already there, so he just used the bat and just guide it down to the fine leg region there to pick up a boundary. Talking about Richards, no need to rush to try and play big shots. Just to be patient and make use of the bad balls, and that's what he's doing. Helping Shamar Brooks, who is in charge. He's 70 from 131 deliveries.
By the line delivery again, tuck behind square. The cross for 1. Shane Mosley is very quick. Sends a decent enough return to Shane Durridge at the end of completion of over number 48. The CCC team progresses to 140 for the loss of 4 here at Shredrin Park. We haven't seen a lot of spectators for all 4 days here at Shredrin Park. Haven't seen a lot of spectators here, Kimmy. As if we are saying we don't love cricket here in Jamaica anymore.
Well, it's early morning and it's just now 10:20. We saw good supporters, a good amount of supporters at Sabina Park, and Chedwin Park is known for cricket. So maybe as the day progresses, persons will come on out.
But one thing for sure though, Alexi Holder is progressing so far for the Barbados Pride, Kimmy. He will be bowling to Demario Richards. Starts well. I like the feel that Captain Craig Brathwaite have for Demario Richards. They're 2-man short in a catching position, and Hakeem Jordan is at slip, who took a wonderful catch to dismiss Captain Jonathan Carter.
Maybe Craig Brathwaite is looking for a wicket to break the partnership, to try and get them out pretty early.
As we're talking about Craig Brathwaite, 2 fielders in front, the left-handed Demario Richards, and this time he turns this one immediately. He turns this one where the fielder was coming from. That's Jonathan Drakes, and another single to the CCC total, which is up to 141 for the loss of 4 here at Shedden Park. And Demario Richards is a capable batsman as well. Did very well behind the wicket for the CCC team.
And Richards, it is Brooks who is on strike. He's on 70. The trail is just by 18 runs now.
Well, of course, the CCC will be thinking of batting up to T or more to save this game. Brooks is hitting the ball straight. It bungs, an excellent work by Roshan Primus. The big man coming across the ground very quickly. And he saved 2 runs there, Kimmy. Excellent work by the big man.
Yes, a medium size, he moves quickly around the ground there to save 2 runs. And they applaud him. They really appreciate the effort.
And that is it. The Barbados Pride, they're really putting in. I'm going rapid upon a loud appeal this time. It's Govern. And Shamar Brooks on the stroke of the first session water break. He goes trapped in front, as you see on the replay here. Bang! Dead in front, and Alexi Holder gets his man for the 2nd time in the match. And the CCC team is in a lot of bother here at Shredwin Park. They're 143 for the loss of 5 here at this wonderful venue, Shredwin Park in Kingston, Jamaica. We're going to take a short break here from Shredwin Park to have some water break. Good morning and welcome back. After the first hour of play, the CCC team lose 3 wickets this morning. And of course they are on the back foot now, trailed by 16 runs, Kimmy.
Well, I think what's going to happen here, Pinnock, is the same result that we got at Sabina Park yesterday. Maybe we're going to be in that, we're going to get that same situation here today, that same result. 5 wickets down, 143 on the board. The set batsman, Shamar Brooks, is gone back to the dugout. Just a delivery before the water break.
So the new batter is Romario Greaves. And of course, Hakeem Jordan is the bowler for the Barbados Pride. And of course, Kimmy, you look at Hakeem Jordan over the years, made his first class debut for CCC team, and now in the Barbados Pride team, and doing a fantastic job. He toured Australia with the West Indies team. However, didn't get to play, but he's showing why he was selected in that team to tour Australia.
Showing his class here. Maybe he's looking back for a spot in the West Indies team, you know?
Well, he's doing a fantastic job, though.
They're hustling, looking to come back for the second, but decided not to. Wouldn't want to take the chance to lose another wicket when they are trailing by another 15 runs. That single takes the score up to 144 for 5. We're here in the parish of St. Catherine in Jamaica, Spanish Town, Jamaica.
It is indeed Shamar Joseph, who played for the West Indies in a tour of Australia. Made the Caribbean and West Indies proud in the last tour of Australia. Did a fantastic job for the Windies. On debut, his debut season, he picked up the player of the series as well. And of course,
so the CCC, they will be playing at Sabina Park against the Jamaican Scorpions on Wednesday. So we go back to Sabina Park on Wednesday for Jamaica Scorpions. They go up against the combined campuses and colleges.
Good delivery this time by Hakeem Jordan. Continues to hit good areas is Hakeem Jordan. And of course, he's doing a fantastic job. 3 slips been employed so far by Captain Craig Brathwaite. And of course, Craig Brathwaite is marshalling his troops very well on the field, Kimmy.
Yes, and you can feel a vibe there on the field. They're very energetic and energized.
As we were mentioning earlier about Shamar Joseph, he bought for Lucky Now Super Giant to replace England's speedier Mark Hood in the T20 Bash. So this is good in the IPL. Thank you, my producer, for your correction. So this is good news for the young Shamar Joseph, I beg your pardon. And that goes to show the work that the youngster is putting in for his cricket.
And he does deserve every bit of it there, Pinnock.
Indeed. I remember in his story, he was a security guard. And of course, leave his security guard work and said that's it for him as security guard. And now he's really excelling in cricket for his family as well. The most important thing in life is your family, Kimmy.
Yes, he just didn't leave. He visualized playing for the West Indies. He put in the work and all of that is required of him, and he's where he's supposed to be now. And better is left in him to come. He's going to excel so well, whether in white ball cricket or red ball cricket.
One thing for sure, though, Alexi Holder, as you can see, the John Crow, we call it in Jamaica, flying high in the sky. Good delivery this time by the man who is excelling very well for the Barbados Pride. Alexi Holder so far picking up 3 for 50 in his 17th over with the CCC team in a lot of bother on day 4 of the West Indies Regional Championship match at Sheridan Park in Kingston, in St. Catherine, Jamaica. Bleaky skies in Sheridan Park, but of course, no signs. Good delivery, excellent delivery on the part of Holder. He continues to show his keeper that he's doing a fantastic job. This ball pitch outside and spun further away. Akeem Jordan thought he had his man caught a slip there. So Kimmy, the plan clearly of this youngster, Alexi Holder, to the left-handed batter, is to bowl on middle and off stump and spin away from him. That's where the slip comes into play, Kimmy.
Yes. And he's doing just that.
As I mentioned, Demario Richards, he was caught at short leg yesterday, pushing forward to a ball hard hands. Didn't try to play it soft yesterday, and he perishes at bad pad. So he was thinking, how am I going to survive? This is short. He's back and punching this one through mid-wicket. It goes into the mid-wicket for 4. It was short. It was begging to be hit. And Demario Richards, he obliged. 149, is it? 149 for loss of 5 as you look at the replay here. He pulled that down. His Holder, and my word, did Demario Richards oblige. 4 runs to his credit.
Well, hitting the SGC sign there, Pinnock.
We love to talk about SDC, Kimmy. That's our thing.
Yes, that is it. I would say that is the CPL in Jamaica, the #1 competition, the SGC National T20 Cricket, which comes up next month. So if you haven't gotten registered yet, you can go to any SGC local offices and get registered. Get your team registered to play.
Kimmy, I'm already registered.
We are. With 149 runs on the board, they trail by another 10 runs. Craig Brathwaite wouldn't mind wrapping up before we go to lunch or tea.
Romario Greaves so far not having one of the best game, but he will be hoping that he can put his hands up for the CCC team today on day 4 of the West Indies Regional Championship here at St. Catherine. This time getting a nice delivery from Akeem Jordan. He's been consistent from Wednesday, even though we haven't got any players from on day 1.
Because we had 2 days of rain, so that causes the delay here in St. Catherine. But we got started in Kingston, and that I think that was,
as I mentioned, that's a wet spot where we couldn't get a start on day 1, but of course a speedy job by the
ground staff.
The ground staff. You can see that burnout spot there, Kimmy. That was a wet spot.
Well, it seems as if there was a pool there. Dried up now.
So hats off to the ground staff here at Sheridan Park for doing a fantastic job as the 150 comes up for the combined college and campus team. Well, they are 9 runs away.
Similar, looking at the scorecard here, similar position like the Scorpions. The Scorpions, they were bowled out for 159 at Sabina Park. And now the CCC, they're at 150 for 5, trailing by 9 runs. That means Barbados, they only made 158. Oh. So it's just a follow on here. So Barbados made a 300 and
344 for 8 declare with Kevin Wickham. 20-year-old Kevin Wickham scoring his third first-class century. 139. He was very brutal, Kimmy.
yeah, I saw the interview with him and yourself.
Of course, Kimmy, that was my first interview with an international cricketer. Hats off to Mr. Lalman for giving me that opportunity. My producer and my good friend and my commentator partner as well.
That's good. So looking at the scorecard, so Kevin, he had picked up 139 runs from 135 delivers. And Jonathan Drake's got 84 from 99. Where the Barbados Pride they made 344 for 8 declared in 72.2 overs. And combined campuses, they replied to that and they only managed to get 185 runs all out in 78.3 overs. The top scorers for that innings were Jonathan Carter, 59 from 131 delivers, and Paris for 44 from 108. And combined campuses, they're in deep waters again. They are at 151 for 5. So looking at it here now, Pinnock, the Barbados Pride will only bat once.
Captain Craig Brathwaite would be hoping that they bat only once, but at present it seems that they're going to bat twice just to chase a little total. Oh, it's coming up to 10:40 in Jamaica.
But why I said once, though, Pinnock, is the way that he set the field. He's expecting to get some wickets.
Okay, Kimmy. You're very spiritual, Kimmy. Kimmy, you go to church?
Yeah, I do.
Which church you attend?
The Holiness Born Again.
Oh my God, you're holy. It's glad to know, Kimmy. Demario Richards look very compact so far at his entry towards the wicket. He needs to bat if CCC are to pose any chance of winning or draw this game. Demario Richards needs to bat. This time he's hitting the ball in the air. There's 2 fielders set and with the catch being taken. No drop. So poor communication there on the part of Dominic Driggs and the Centurion for the Barbados Pride, Kevin Wickham and Demario Richards. As you can see on the replay here, he was looking to hit that ball over long on.
But look here, Pinnock, they hesitate, he stopped and go. No lack of communication. They didn't say who wants it. They were just glancing at each other. One stop, one go, and then they decided to go at once.
I think the fielder coming in had a better chance there. Shamar Holder was coming in there. But in the end, Demario Richards had a luck here. He should be thinking, I'm going to bat as long as possible. Right, my luck, I should say.
That was the chance that Craig Brathwaite was looking for. You can see that the holder wasn't pleased with that. And the over comes to an end. The 53rd over comes to an end. It is 152 for 5, going at a run rate of 2.88.
As I mentioned, Kimmy, that's the first mistake I've seen from the Barbados Pride from Wednesday. But of course, at this level of regional cricket in the Caribbean, you'll expect your fielders to take that catch. So that was a drop catch being shown on the replay. If you're just joining us, Demario Richards was dropped on 13 of the bowling of Alexi Holder. Hakeem Jordan will be bowling to Demario Richards. Who's riding his luck is Richards. Trying to force that ball through the offside off the back foot. With just forcing it out to Jamal Warrican, who had done a reasonably good job with the ball yesterday afternoon for the Barbados Pride. Picked up 4 wickets. This one is top behind square. The man, Alexi Holder, does the fielding and sends a return into wicketkeeper Shane Durridge.
So Craig, that was the chance for him to actually apply some more pressure to the CCC, but did not take that chance. So it seems as if they definitely will have to bat against the CCC. They're just trailing by 6 runs. It's very windy here, very cool condition. The sun is back in. Pretty cloudy sky here. As my cameraman will show you how cloudy it is here in St. Catherine.
It is indeed cloudy, Kimmy. But we are checking the weather forecast here, Kimmy. We're not seeing any rain scheduled for today. So we're going to get a fair day, hopefully, Kimmy.
Yeah, and it seems as if we're still having some cold front here in Jamaica. That's a nice shot. Pulls that to square. Will it get to the boundary? The fielder can't get there in time. It crashes into the ropes for 4.
It was a short delivery on the line of leg stump, as you can see on the replay here. Not the most convincing shot. It didn't got up at it. He would have wanted it to, but enough bat on it to took it down to deep square leg for 4.
Well, just another run to get here to send back the Barbados Pride to bat. It's 158 for 5.
CCC will be looking to get as much runs if they are to stand a chance of winning or to draw this game here at Sheridan Park. Jonathan Carter is a captain of this young CCC team. Have a number of young players. I'm impressed with Jediah Blades, Kimmy, a left arm seam bowler, and of course Headman. Headman is from Jamaica as well, and it's good to see Sadiki Henry, who plays for the Melbourne Cricket Club here in Jamaica, in that CCC lineup. Not in the starting 11. But of course, our own Robert Samuels is the coach as well. So it's good to see at the end of over number 54, the CCC team progresses to 158 for a loss of 5 here at Shredrin Park in St. Catherine, Jamaica. So the CCC team trailed by a single. So Barbados Pride, of course, will be batting again if they bowl out the CCC team here at Sheridan Park. And of course, Alexi Holder, tail should be up. Got a catch drop off. He's bowling. And in his last over at mid-wicket, I should say cover region, 2 fielders converge and neither of them got to the ball. This one is short. Off the back foot was Romario Greaves trying to force that ball toward the mid-wicket area. The ball hit off the man at short leg, seemed to be McCaskey. A no run. Kimmy, it's good to see the youngsters being exposed to regional cricket.
Yes.
Talking about youngsters, Zishan. It's a loud appeal this time, is it? It's Gavon! My word, what was Romario Greaves thinking? But of course, we'd like to see this on the replay. Full pitch delivery was sweeping.
Was straight and played across the line. And the dreaded finger goes up, the 6 wickets down. Well, Pinnock, what much will they set on the board for Barbados Pride? Looking back at the replay here, Pinnock.
Oh, looked very harsh there. Seemed like that ball was spinning down the leg side, but umpire. Let's have a closer look at it in slow motion here. So the CCC team lost their 6th wicket, and they still trail by a run. This is good stuff here, been shown by Alexi Holder, doing a fantastic job so far for the Barbados Pride. He's 4 for 55 in his 19th over, as the new batter seems to be Cian Hackett. Cian Hackett is on debut. And of course, he went without scoring, my producer, in the first innings.
Well, this is a chance for him to score now here, Pinnock. 6 wickets down. It's a long day under cool conditions here. So all he has to do is just to apply himself and try to work in himself and try to get some runs on the board. They only trail by a run now.
Kimmy, it's a long day, but of course, if CCC continues like this, it would be a very short day here at Shredwin Park.
And I will bring back Sabina Park here at Shredwin Park. At one point, the Volcanoes, they were at 210 for 6, and they managed to build a partnership between Springer and Ryan John, and a partnership of 111 runs, and we saw that with Garden as well yesterday to help Scorpions to get to a good total to help to knock off the runs and set 53 runs for the Volcanoes, and a pretty good half century from Romain Morris at the back end of the innings.
But of course, the CCC team would need a brilliant half century here from Cian Hackett. Had a miserable first innings at the wicket. He didn't trouble the scores book, Kimmy, as the sun comes out in its glory here at this wonderful venue, Shredwin Park in St. Catherine, Jamaica.
Well, we know that cricket is a game of glorious uncertainties. Well, he didn't shine in the first innings. Maybe this is the time for him to shine, just like the sun is out now, as you said earlier.
It is. And he will want to make a name for himself in regional cricket as well. Kimmy, I'm happy to see Zishan Moteva bat yesterday. He's a leg spinner, 17 years of age. But he's one for the future. At the end of over number 55, the CCC progresses to 158 for the loss of 6. They still trail by a single, Kimmy.
55 overs completed.
Top scorer for the combined campus is Shamar Brooks. It's a nice tree there to be relaxed under. We call it the guangu tree here in Jamaica.
Thank you, Kimmy. I'm glad to see that the sun is coming out here at Shredwin Park. But of course, I'm taking my leave from the commentary box after this over. You will be hearing from the man himself, Mr. Andrew Chang, the man of many words, the left arm seam bowler. Gets the ball to swing in and out to the right-handers. So we'll see him tomorrow as well. But of course, he'll be back for his second spell this morning, Mr. Andrew Chang. And of course, He'll be batting with Kimberly Forbes, who's been doing a fantastic job so far. Good line been employed so far by Akeem Jordan. And of course the Barbados Pride. They have been consistent hitting good areas all 3 days that we've get play here at Sheridan Park, Kimmy.
And that is what the captain would want, for them to bowl in the areas that they are supposed to be bowling.
Most definitely my good friend Kimberly Forbes. Skipper Craig Brathwaite have 2 slips in place, but of course wicketkeeper Shane Durridge is up under the stump. If my good camera yes it is, he's under the stump, under his helmet.
Maybe the plan is to try and get the batsman down the wicket for Darwish to do the job, to finish him up behind the stump.
Good delivery. Excellent take there by Shane Durridge. 32 years of age is Shane Durridge. Looked very good in the first innings, Kimmy. Just a poor judge shot here by Shane Durridge. I think he was bowled for 41 yesterday, Andrew. He was. But he looked exceptionally well, though. 10 days after he was selected to join the West Indies squad. Of course, in whipped away brilliantly by Damari Richards down to the mid-wicket area. The cross for a second, and they're back for the third. Excellent running. So that means a Barbados Pride will have to bat again, Kimmy.
And CC, they take the lead of 2 runs now. You can see in the dressing, well, in the dugout, players are having a chat. They're happy that they are in lead now, but they will need more than just 2 runs.
They definitely will need more, Kimmy.
All the batters have to do now, they just have to apply themselves at the crease and be patient, appreciate the good deliveries and punish the bad ones whenever it comes. Get a tangible score on the board for Barbados Pride, so they will have a challenge for the remaining of the day and tomorrow. Today. I keep saying tomorrow.
So at the end of over number 56, you will hear the voice of Andrew Chang. The score reads 161 for the loss of 6 here at Shredwin Park.
Pleasant good morning, viewers, once again from Chedwin Park in the wonderful parish of St. Catherine, Jamaica. And it is my pleasure and privilege to be sitting with the one rose amongst the many thorns in the commentary box, Miss Kimberly Forbes, as Shame Alexis Holder resumes action from the northern end. Edged, and he's gotten that one past the wide first slip, and Demario Richards will run back for 2. The busy little player, Demario Richards. I think that's why Penny likes him so much. The member of the Wicketkeepers Union is Demario Richards, and we've already established that Penny is CEO, General Secretary, Vice President, President, Executive Treasurer of that Wicketkeepers Union.
And Andrew, with this pair at the crease, you notice that they're not getting boundaries, not even trying to get boundaries, but the most important thing is to keep the scoreboard ticking. And they're picking up their 1s and 2s, which is good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing about the red ball game, Kimberly, is that you don't bat balls, you actually bat time. And that's what CCC needs to do. And I think if they can finish this game with a draw, a solid draw, then they will feel very, very happy about themselves. Because, of course, there's a lot of spark, there's a lot of brilliance within this team. They just need to click, they just need to gel. Does Hackett get his first runs? Yes, he does. He gets his first runs in first-class cricket, and he drives that one brilliantly wide of long off to 4 for 4. He got a duck in the first innings and he gets runs here.
He played it well and timed it well too, and he dispatches it to the boundary. The bowler wasn't happy at all.
But Shame Alexis Holder has been very, very steady. You haven't seen Jamel Warrican yet. According to Penny, the Bajan bowlers could be investment bankers because they're always right on the money, Kimberly Forbes.
That's where you want to be, on the money.
Yep. We won't ask Miss Forbes where she hides her money, offshore banking. Inappropriate. That one kept low and came back in a little bit there.
Well, earlier you said that Pinnock is the treasurer, so that's where it is.
Well, that's where it is. I don't know if I'll trust him with my finances. But I certainly don't trust myself with my finances either. I might as well trust Mr. Pinney. At the end of that over, 56 overs have gone. It's 161 for 6. The combined campuses and colleges have a lead, so morally that will feel good for them. They'll be like, yes, we have to make Barbados bat again. But they want to make Barbados fight for this.
And the spectators over on the far side, it's Sports Max over there as well. And they have 4 wickets to go, Andrew. As I said, they just need to be patient, settle themselves and bat and control their thoughts and be mindful of the moment that they are in and what they have to do to get some runs on the board, so that the Pride will have to come and bat and see if it can last for the day and expect a draw.
Jordan to continue to Demario Richards. Good delivery outside the off stump, rising. Shane Dowrich is really, really good to stand up to those stumps. I don't know if I could handle keeping to somebody of that pace. But it's you would have seen throughout this game, Kimberly, that Craig Baffert is a very, very astute captain, and he always tries different things. He always tries players in different positions. He always attempts to do something a little bit different. And how did you enjoy your time at Sabina? I mean, the cricket, unfortunately, Jamaica Scorpions didn't give you much to cheer about, but I'm certain you enjoyed commentating in that iconic ground.
Yeah, it was a good feeling, and I must say thanks to 360 TV.
And did Jason Prasad treat you well?
Yes, definitely he did.
Well, that's lovely. I know Gordo Pear would have treated you well.
Garden too, yes he did.
That's one is beats everybody, and that's runs down to the boundary for 4. We'll wait for the signal from the umpire, and he did get a little tickle on that, Demario Richards, so he gets 4 for that one. So badly aligned delivery there.
Well, he just tickled it quite well to get it to the boundary, and they will appreciate those boundaries for sure, in which they move into the lead of 6 runs. Very windy here, and you can hear it in the microphone.
Lovely little breeze coming across St. Catherine, the Chedwin Park grounds. Oh, he gets the edge there. This one is between first and second slip, and that one runs down to the fine third man boundary for 4. Well. Demario Richards living a charmed life.
Yeah, he's living dangerously. First slip could not get a hand to that. Pretty close to him though, and it gets away to the boundary, and they will welcome those. The second boundary in the over.
Akeem Jordan will be saying, why can't I bowl and field and slip? Because he took a stunner of a catch earlier today to dismiss Jonathan Carter, literally millimeters off the ground. Very adept for a slip fielder. So you certainly give Kevin Wickham and Zachary McCaskey some advice and training after. More conventional shots, quick single, and that is very well run by Demario Richards. Active little player here. And stealing a little single down to the short mid-on position.
Well, that's a good steal to add another run to the total. They will take anything they get right now, Andrew.
And how do you assess the state of the match at the moment, Kimberly? Because, of course, we lost the first day due to a soggy area in the outfield. But over the 3 days, the cricket has been very good. It's been very, very intense.
Well, both teams, they are playing in good cricket. And that is what you want to see, the mentality of players who can stay there and bat. We saw that with the Barbados team, which helped them to get to 340 runs.
And that actually is the end of the 56th over, I believe. And the score is, according to our scoreboard, our scorecard on the screen is slightly delayed, but I'm seeing 172 for 6 on our old school mechanical scoreboard there, Kimberly. Ultimate in engineering.
You will never get rid of those scoreboards, and they do help because sometimes we have technical difficulties, and that is what we have to use to help to get the scores.
Yes, certainly. And those scorers, they don't have to run up 8 flights of stairs, because I remember at Queen's Park Oval in Trinidad, when it was one of those old school type of non-mechanical scoreboards, the guys would be sitting down behind peeking through to see, okay, I have to change this now and change that now. Shame Alexis Holder to continue. Silly Madon and a forward short leg in position. What do you think about this field?
It's a very attacking field. I think they're hunting for another one. Brathwaite, he needs another wicket. Don't want them to get as much runs on the board. It seems as if he'll have to catch a flight back. He wants to finish it early.
Yeah, certainly. And we would have seen as there's spark and there's brilliance and there's batting capability in the combined campuses and colleges lower order. Just Zishan Mataro to come. You would have to say that maybe these two are the last two recognized batsmen. Cyan Hackett, an all-rounder in his own right, and Demario Richards, a good wicket-keeper batsman, according to Pinney, and I'm not going to argue with him on that. Getting across nicely to that one was Cyan Hackett, covering the spin.
Yeah, he's very watchful. Not going to play any careless shots here to get out, and sometimes it is the back end batters who help to build up the scores. We saw that between West Indies and Australia, where Shamar Joseph and Kemar Roach, they helped the West Indies to get runs on the board.
Well, that's certainly true, Kimberly. I don't think there's anything such as a tail-ender anymore in cricket. Shannon Gabriel may be the last of a dying breed. Good morning, Mr. Gabriel, if you're listening. And it's still sad to say he can probably bat better than I can. That's the end of another over there. He's flying through his over, Shame Alexis Holder. 173 for 6 is the official score here at Chedwin Park in St. Catherine, Jamaica. And where do you hail from in Jamaica, Kimberly?
From the cool hills of Mandeville, Manchester.
Oh my, oh my. Well, I can't say that the second one you said, because I'm a Liverpool fan, so I will not have the word sully my mouth.
All right, say Mandeville. And I must say good morning to the ladies at Glow Hair Salon. They're watching and listening. Top of the morning.
Were they the ones that put on your braids?
No.
No. Who did? So what do you get? What do you get done there at that salon?
Well, I get my hair washed.
No, you get your hair washed.
Yes.
I think I just use soap. I don't go to a salon. We have a change in bowling on the southern end. The steady Mr. Steady himself. War and no peace, Jamel Warrican. Left arm spin bowler. Certainly, Craig Braffett has a wealth of bowling options at his disposal, because I was so disappointed because when I saw Barbados and combined campuses colleges playing playing in this match. I wanted to see my boy Jair McAllister. Unfortunately, he's the 12th man. But look at the bowling options that Craig Bradford has. And if you can turn to a man like Jamel Warrican so late in the morning. On the money immediately, and it's almost pitched up to that field at mid-on. Diving away.
Well, it dropped short of him. There was a chance created, but dropped short. So I think Brathwaite knows that Warwick can produce something.
This time Richards dancing up the pitch and changing strike, getting that one up to long on for a more conventional single.
So we call this bird Jankro in Jamaica. A lot of people call it scavenger, but we say Jankro.
In Trinidad we call it a kobo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or some people may say it's a raven.
A raven. I think the actual raven birds would be disappointed that you confuse them with these scavengers. Ravens are very intelligent birds, of course. The vulture and the vulture is swooping over Chadwin Park as if he's looking for another CCC wicket. Inside edge, and Hackett gets away with that one, squirting past that fielder at short leg.
So it normally it will be so hot here in St. Catherine, but it's a good weather condition here. Cool, the wind is blowing nicely across the ground. Not too hot.
Plays this one nicely, Demario Richards, just smothering the spin. Tell us a little bit about your neck of the woods, Mandeville. Of course, I remember that Peter Tosh song. Gosh, the name escapes me. Johnny Be Good, where he mentions Mandeville.
Johnny Be Good tonight?
Deep down in Jamaica, close to Mandeville.
Yeah. Well, Mandeville is known for its cool culture, very cool. And I think with the cold front now, it is very cold, and it's a very cool town, clean town. A lot of people say it's the richest in Jamaica. Well, I'm not sure about that, but Mandeville is very, very nice. The people there are nice too. Not saying that the rest of the country is not nice, but Mandeville is extremely nice, and a lot of retirees, they live in Mandeville. So if you want to get retired and come to Jamaica, Mandeville is the place for you to live.
So you're already retired, Miss Forbes. You're just doing this for fun.
No, I'm not in Mandeville now. I'm in Kingston here, so I'm not retired yet. So when I retire, I go back to
You're
Mandeville.
not in Kingston here. You're in St. Catherine. Don't give them wrong geographical information, Miss Forbes.
Well, I'm in St. Catherine now, but in Kingston where I live.
Oh, lovely, lovely. Lovely little town, Kingston. Our crew from Cricket 360, all from Trinidad, are enjoying themselves. The faces are greasy with fritter juice. Shame Holder to continue from the southern end to Mr. Hackett. Forward and covering that spin well. He's a tall fellow, Hackett, so he can get forward. He gets that stride in. And I think that's very, very important. But I was having a discussion with our producer slash director slash statistician slash commentator Visham Lalman about how our cultures in Trinidad and Tobago and Jamaica are similar but different in the sense that, okay, so Trinidad, you all love your curry goat in Jamaica. That's like your traditional thing, what you all do with curry. And in Trinidad, of course, we use curry goat. However, the speciality is curry duck.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yesterday I was having a chat with my producer as well, Jason. He was telling me that a part of Kingston reminds him of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah. Well, as we are driving through everywhere, they call out places. This looks like Sea Lots. This looks like Laventille. I don't think anything in Trinidad looks like Chedwin Park. I've heard mention of a Guaracara Park, but Guaracara is in a very central location, Jason Passad. Chedwin is country. What country feels, what country pitches and stadiums could you liken? He has no comment on that one. I've rendered him silent. End of the over by Shame Alexis Ola. Yet another steady one. And it looks like we'll have a drinks break here. CCC get a much needed beverage at 180 for 6. 80 for 6. And we'll take a short break and be right back. Action resumes here at Chedwin Park in the Cricket West Indies Regional 4-Day Championship. First round match between combined campuses and colleges and the Barbados Pride. The news, if I can sum it up very quickly for you, is that Barbados scored 344 for 8 declared and then dismissed the combined campuses and colleges for 185. And then they're back at the wicket now and they have a slim lead as Jamal Warrican resumes from the southern end. I say good morning once again to Miss Kimberly Forbes, who has shares in Forbes magazine.
So we know for the points, Andrew, that when a team bat over 250, they'll get a point, a batting point, that is.
Goes for the sweep. Richards, it makes good connection. Hits that one just backward of square on the leg side. Powerful little sweep by the wicketkeeper. And Penny does the fielding on the edge of the boundary.
So he gets connected to it quite well, and he punishes it to square, backward of square for a boundary, and they will appreciate that boundary as well.
Yeah, Jamal Warrican has been extremely steady. And actually both innings when he started bowling, I think he went for about 4 or 5 overs. We worked it out yesterday. He went in his 2 spells in the first innings and the second innings. He had about 14 maidens, Kimberly. They really couldn't get him away.
Wow.
Craig Bradford changing the field again. So he has a short mid-wicket and a short mid-on as well. In the form of, I think that's Kevin Wickham and Dominic Drakes.
Very interesting field setting there. So he's looking for the chance to run out. Did he get home? Square leg umpire said he's safe.
That was certainly a streaky single here. Hesitation from both sides. Hackett didn't really stop. He went for it. And yes, he was sliding his bat in time. Excellent running, but a really, really streaky single there.
Well, he managed to get home, and Craig Brathwaite can't believe.
Really, really good pickup and throw from the fielder. Was it Craig Brathwaite? I think it was.
So his holder is going to continue.
Bit of excitement at the end of that. Jamel Warrican over. And yes, the spin twins, as Visham Lalman called them, will resume. Shed 7 wickets in the first innings. Warrican had 4. Shame Alexis Holder had 3.
It's 185 for 6, a lead of 26 runs. Richards, he's on 41.
Scored 28 in the first innings. It was a well-played 28. Pinney enjoyed it. But then, of course, he's biased to anything that ever dons a wicketkeeper glove. It's probably why he likes Visham Lalman and not myself. Visham claims that's a lovely drive through the extra cover region. Shamar Holder will pull this up. Demario Richards trots back for 2.
Lead moves up to 28 now. So that's what they have to do, just keep the scoreboard ticking and rotate the strike, not leaving it up on Hackett, supporting Richards as well, not just leaving it up to him to get the runs or score, but they're really communicating and know what they're supposed to do. In Jamaica, they always say 1-1 cocoa full basket. So 1-1 runs will help them to get to where they want to be. Oh, that's a gift, but good stop. And he's disappointed because he knows that was a gift, and it was supposed to be dispatched to the boundary. This partnership consists of 30 runs.
So we've received some information from Penny here concerning the rules and regulation and the extra point system here in this tournament, the Regional 4-Day Championship.
A loud appeal. He's begging. The umpire said not out. It was drifting down the leg side.
Let's have a look at the replay here. Yeah, that one I think was certainly heading down leg side. Some good drift and turn here from Shane Alexis Holder. Very, very dangerous bowler. He already has 4 for 66 in this innings. He's searching for that 5-fer. Yes, in terms of the point system, Barbados actually will get an extra 3 points because they made 300 to 349 runs as the over ends. The 63rd over, 188 for 6. But I'm not seeing any information here concerning a follow-on, enforcing a follow-on. The runs are simply for... The points are simply for batting and bowling excellence. Thank you very much, Mr. Visham Lalman, our statistician, for providing us with that information. Jamal Warwick going to continue to Demario Richards. Sun's coming out in all his glory here at Chedwin Park in St. Catherine, Jamaica. So what great cricketers have hailed from the Mandeville area? I won't say the name of the parish, as I've mentioned to you.
Well, they have Pinnock. Pinnock is from that name that you won't
Pinny
say.
is from Mandeville.
Yes, Manchester.
Big sweep there. And forward of square. Gets it down to Shamar Holder. At that deep mid-wicket region. Demario Richards moves on to a well-played 45. 45 of 70. It's been a decent pace from him, despite the fact that his team is under a lot of pressure.
Well, back to your question there, you know, we have a lot of players from Mandeville who represented the national team. Brian Clark. You have Jeremy Merchant. He's not playing for the Scorpions this year. You have O'Shane Walters. Quite a few of them represented the national team. The dreaded finger goes up. The 6th, 7th wicket is down. He walks away. He know there wasn't any back to that one. The score reads 189 for 6 with a lead of 30 runs there, Andre. 7.
Yeah, it's 189 for 7. Sion Hackett trying to get a stride in. But Chris Taylor, who hasn't lifted a finger at all in terms of LBW, has lifted the finger, has raised the finger for Sion Hackett, and he walks dejectedly back to the pavilion. We'll have a look at the replay on this one, and let's have a look at this one. Yeah, certainly look very adjacent, and unfortunately for Hackett,
so it's 189 for 7. It was a good delivery. I think he went down too early.
The breeze is coming furiously as if to blow Sion Hackett back into the pavilion as a young fellow, Zishan Motaro, who played wonderfully well in the first innings, didn't get a lot of runs, but he looked very composed, looked very assured as the CCC, yes, they have a slim lead. They lead by 30. Barbados will bat again, whatever happens. But it's up to the CCC to try to make a game out of this, to try to salvage it.
Well, you know, this is the same thing that happened at Sabina Park. The Volcanoes, they were sent to bat only to get 53 runs. Warwick, he bowled 8.3 overs so far, and he picked up his first wicket for 15 runs. That says a lot that he's been bowling pretty well.
A fairly conventional attacking field here for the new batter in the form of Zishan Motaro. Let's see how he goes about his business. First delivery from Warwick is a beauty, a Jaffa, a gorgeous delivery. Some adjustments in the field. Rashawn Optimus Primus running from leg side to offside now. And wondering where Craig Bradford is going to put him. And he's at a point position.
Do you think that Warwickon is going to jog Zishan down the wicket to give Shane a stumping chance?
Appeal for a court behind, and he's given him. Zishan Mutara is not happy about that. Jamal Warwickon is delighted. The CCC slip into further trouble at 189 for 8. At the end of that Warwickon over, he's taken 2 wickets in that over. At the end of the 64th, some comments from Miss Kimberly Forbes before she is unceremoniously replaced by Penny.
Well, that was a good delivery. Looking back at the replay here, he knows it. Look at his head, fling back. Knows that he shouldn't have put back to that one, but so far the combined campuses, they are collapsing here at Shedwin Park, and Barbados Pride will be happy at the stage they are going. 8 wickets down, 2 to go, and they're just lead CCC. They're just leading by 30 runs.
Thank you very much, Miss Forbes. Marlon Pinnock, Penny comes back into the commentary position with the CCC and all sorts of bother. Penny, of course, is just happy to do his commentary and go about the business. Seems like we might be heading home for lunch, Penny.
Indeed. Absolutely wonderful morning of cricket so far by the Barbados Pride. Picking up 7 wickets this morning.
Yep. Actually, it's 6 wickets because the CCC went in with 2 wickets down. But Demario Richards playing a very, very good lone hand here. Poor fellow, 45 of 71. He's running out of partners. And we'll wait for confirmation on who the new batter is. And that's actually Mr. Jediah Blades. Yep. Our favorite left-arm pacer. Certainly he'll be learning a lot under Pedro Collins, who's one of the managers, the coach and managers for the combined campuses and colleges. Not sure he'll want to turn to Pedro Collins for advice about batting, and that's what he needs to do now. Shame Alexis Holder, 4 for 66. He wants a fifer. Jamal Warwickon took 2 from him.
He starts well, and of course Demario Richards batting very well for the combined college and campus team, but he's running out of partner, as I mentioned before, Andrew.
Yep. Lovely little push there by Jediah Blades. That was very elegant. And he sort of jumped and kicked at his hands.
Of course, that was Demario Richards.
Oh, my apologies. But that's why he's so exuberant.
So Demario Richards offering some advice to Jediah Blades. Looked pretty good in the first innings.
Yep. Very, very breezy mid-morning here at Shedwin Park. Not as cold as we experienced on Monday, but certainly very, very pleasant nevertheless. Let's see how the field adjusts for the tail ender. And it seems that Warwickon will be coming in not quite into a mid-off position, halfway between ropes. So no, he's walking into a conventional mid-off position now.
So the CCC have a lead of 31 runs early on day 4 of this West Indies Regional Championship match at Shedwin Park.
Yeah. Well covered again by Jediah Blades. Lovely little loop there from Shame Alexis Holder.
As if he's saying, come on and hit me. Looking a 5-wicket haul is Alex Holder. Doing a fantastic job thus far though.
Yeah. And it's those deliveries where your eyes get bigger than the ball. That's when you make all sorts of mistakes, Penny.
Yeah, definitely.
They pushed Warwickon back out to a conventional long-off position. They don't mind him taking the single down. That was a wonderful delivery by Alexis Holder. Blazes Wheaton all end up, but he got an inside edge that runs down to the fine leg position for 2. Shame Alexis Holder still contemplating that one. At the end of the over, it's 192 for 8.
Wicketkeeper Shane Durridge had his hands on his head. Can't believe that ball had hit leg stump.
You get the replay now.
So Hatties stays here at Sheridan Park in St. Catherine. The CCC team is under a lot of pressure here, just leading by 33 runs. And of course, the lone batter standing up in the second innings is the wicketkeeper, Demari Richards, who so far scored 46 runs from 73 deliveries. Running out of partner is Demari Richards.
Yep. Be interesting to see how he approaches the balance of this. Does he trust Jediah Blades? Does he trust his Govasta Edmund is the only batter to come? Beaten all ends up by that one. Or will he just try to survive the onslaught from Jamal Warrican and shame Alexis Holder?
He's special. Jamal Warrican is very special for the Brides.
Well. What happened there? I think Demari Richards was beaten by. I'm not sure.
Seemed to me he was falling on his face, as I can see here on the replay. He was sliding. Seemed like the back foot went back.
Oh. Sort of an extravagant forward drive there. Maybe there's some issue with his footwear. I know his glove wear. No, he's checking his shoes now. And probably isn't happy about some piece of his equipment. Hasn't signaled to the dressing room. But was it you that gave Mr. Lalman a pair of gloves, Penny?
Not me at all. I actually happy to see him with a pair of gloves and asked him if it was a right hand or left hand tip.
Yeah. But the funny thing was he put it on this morning and he said it fits so well, and I was like, do you mean it fits like a glove? I don't know how he expected a glove to fit. I certainly hope he doesn't try to wear it as an undergarment. It'll be extremely uncomfortable indeed.
It should be. As you can see, some slight adjustment been made in the field immediately as Jediah Blade comes into strike. You see Jonathan Drakes been introduced at forward short leg.
Yep. Forward short leg, silly mid on, and then short mid on as well. Fielders at long on and long off, and they're actually pulling the long on in. Long off stays out. Thick outside edge runs down to the point region where Optimus Primus picks up. And how would you feel about having Akeem Jordan standing next to you in slips, Penny?
Let me describe it after this delivery.
Beaten. Oh, yes! That is an LBW. Chris Taylor raises the dreaded finger. That is the end of Zishan Motara. The CCC slipped further and further down. Jamal Warrican takes 3.
Let's see this on the replay here. Bomb dead in front. Absolutely nailed that one in was Jamal Warrican. And he picks up his 3rd. Wow.
Well, he's racing Shameholder to the... Shameholder has 4 wickets. He will be searching for the 5th. Don't know if he's going to get it the way Jamal Warrican is bowling. And that was actually Jediah Blades that he got out LBW. And so the new batsman is Govasta Edmund. And boy, do the CCC have a job on their hands here. Poor Mario Richards. I still hope he makes it to his half century at least, as the CCC end the 66th at 193 for 9.
Demar Richards, the lone batter in the CCC team lineup this morning on the 4th day of the West Indies Regional Championship match. So far, haven't been the only batter to stand up thus far.
Yep. I wonder how they'll play this out. I mean, if CCC lose their wicket in the next 5 or 10 minutes, they might just take an early lunch and then let Barbados come back out. or they might put Barbados in immediately to try to finish out the game and then take a late lunch. We'll see how it goes. Shame Alexis Holder, all he knows is that he wants a fifer. He deserves a fifer for the way he's bowled.
As we speak, Craig Brathwaite making some adjustment to the field. Deep mid wicket, I beg your pardon, deep square leg, long on, long off, an extra cover all on the boundary. So Demari Richards will play some shots now. Well, this time he's forward. He'll be looking quick runs, but first and foremost, he'll be looking to get his half century as well.
Yep. But we'll see how long he stays and how much faith he has in Mr. Edmund. I'm certain we'll see a big waft sometime soon. No, he decides against it. Don't listen to me, Mr. Richards. You play your game.
I hope he gets an half century though.
Yep.
Really deserve it. Batting very well for the CCC team.
Goes for the sweep. Appeal for a catch down the leg side. Nothing doing. Mr. Bassarat isn't going to be fooled by that one.
Body line delivered there by Alexi Holder. And the man, Demari Richards, was looking to sweep that ball fine. Standing tall this time and punching this one up the wicket. And of course, Kevin Wickham does the fielding and there is no run.
How would you approach the game at this stage, Penny? Put yourself in the mind of Demario Richards, because it's not that far away, both of you all members of the Wicketkeepers Union. Goes for the big sweep, and unfortunately, that is the end of Demario Richards. I said he was going to go for the big swipe. Shame Alexis Holder gets his fifth, and Demario Richards is castled.
He is. He was nowhere close to that delivery, and in the end, he perished. And of course, the CCC team is blown away on day 4 of the West Indies Regional Championship match for 193. That means Barbados Pride need 34 runs for victory here at Shedwin Park.
Well, the Barbados Pride's 5 for 69 from Shame Alexis Holder, Jamel Warrican coming back to take up a quick 3 wickets as well. And the Barbados Pride will be very, very pleased with themselves, bowling out the CCC for 193. As my good friend Penny says, they only need 34 runs for victory, 33 for a draw. But it's not. I don't think they'll be playing for a draw here. They have a day and a half to get those 33 runs, and we certainly expect that this game will be finished very, very shortly. Good effort from the CCC. They just didn't hold it together for long enough, I think.
Final thoughts on the performance of the Barbados Pride this morning?
The Barbados Pride were excellent. We know they're a well-drilled unit. We know they're excellent. We know their bowlers are strong. I think the CCC had a platform to build on because they were 94 for 2 overnight. So there were 2 set batters in Rambaran and Shamar Brooks. Nobody just pushed on. Nobody went further, went the distance. I mean, yes, the Barbados Pride bowled well, but certainly the CCC could have batted a lot better.
Okay, we'll be back shortly for the reply of the Barbados Pride innings.
And the Barbados Pride opening batters are coming out in the form of Craig Braffett, and we'll confirm. I think that's Mr. Zachary McCaskey. So that will be the two new batters coming out. It looks like Mr. Govasta Edmund will be taking up the action from the southern end. Actually, no, that's Mr. Jediah Blades, our favorite left-arm pacer. Hustling and bustling run-up.
One for the future for West Indies cricket, under good leadership of fellow West Indies fast bowler Pedro Collins, half brother of Fidel Edwards.
Certainly. Fidel Edwards, I always rated him as one of the most dangerous bowlers that I had seen from the West Indies in recent times, and unlucky as well. Certainly gave his all out for the West Indies.
Very slingy action. Reminds me of a Sri Lanka fast bowler. Who's that name?
Lasith Malinga.
Very good. You're so brilliant.
Yeah. I think you have to catch a glimpse of Nathan Edward as well.
Wow.
Young West Indies under 19 player. He's a right-hander, but he has a slingy action similar to Fidel Edwards. Similar build as well. So almost like a right-armed Fidel. Good afternoon to Mr. Fidel Castro Edwards. I think that's what his nickname is. Jediah Blades to Craig Braffett. Ooh, lifting delivery, but badly misdirected. How do CCC approach this game?
Well, it's just try to pick up wickets. That's all in the game for CCC at the moment. But at the other hand, the Barbados Pride are fully and in control of this first game between the CCC team.
Yeah, so certainly the Barbados team with a 95.863 chance of a probability win. Combined campuses only a 4.238960 chance of a win. Another delivery down the leg side. Some swing there from Jediah Blades too.
Actually, he's getting the ball to swing into the right unders. And of course, there's a short legging place. That's where it got caught yesterday.
Yeah. Well, I think that was actually on day 2. Craig Braffett turned it straight into that short leg position.
And of course, the bowler should think it was Edmond,
yeah,
who picked up the wicket of Craig Brathwaite.
Jediah Blades needs to get this one on mark. Oh, beautiful delivery. Swinging in. It's a beautiful Yorker. And that's the end of Craig Braffett. Plum LBW. Zaid Basarath had to raise the finger. The Barbados Pride lose their first wicket. Wonderful delivery here.
Look at the replay here. Bang! What a delivery that was, Andrew Chong. It was a perfect of a delivery to get rid of the Barbados Pride captain and West Indies Test captain Craig Brathwaite.
For a duck, no less. My goodness.
Oh my word. His poor form continues in this West Indies Regional Championship match at Shredwin Park in St. Catherine, Jamaica.
And of course, all CCC has to do is make the Barbados Pride a little bit nervous. The Bajans will believe in their batting to finish this off. I think that's Mr. Centurion Kevin Wickham. No, that's actually Shane Mosley coming out at the number 3 position. Jediah Blades will be up for this. That will raise his spirits for sure.
I tell you something from Thursday. I've been talking about this youngster. He's very special. He's one for the future for West Indies cricket.
Yeah, certainly very, very good. I don't think the West Indies have developed enough left-arm pacers. Yes, we've had those brilliant right-arm pacers, but in terms of left-arm pacers, they're not readily available. There was, of course, Pedro Collins and Obed McCoy, who plays for the T20 team, is more of a white ball bowler than anything else. Sheldon Cottrell, your soldier friend.
And of course, Jonathan Drakes.
Oh yes, Jonathan Drakes. Dominic Drakes.
Jonathan Drakes.
Jonathan Drakes is here at Shedwin Park in St. Catherine.
Oh my God.
Dominic Drakes is jet setting in Dubai.
Sir John Cottrell is there as well.
Yeah.
Cool breeze blowing across our commentary box here at Shedwin Park.
Yeah, certainly. Jediah Blades, he will want to make the Barbados Pride work for these runs.
The Jediah Blade.
As a bowling to left-hand batsman, he should enjoy this. See if he gets it on the mark. He does. Maybe a little bit too far away from Mosley to interest him.
I think he should be pitching just about middle and off stump.
Yeah, certainly.
And swing it across Shane Mosley. But it's good field placement been shown here by skipper Jonathan Carter. There's 3 slips in place on a gully.
I think he should aim for off stump, because if he strays on middle, Mosley is very adept on the leg. So you have to aim for that 3rd stump, 4th stump top. So if you touch it down on off stump and have it moving away, and then you can get it to come back in, because we've seen that Blades can move the ball in both directions. Oh, beautiful delivery. Yorker length. Dug out wonderfully by Shane Mosley. The throw comes in from the field out point, and they get a misfield. That is horrible work there from Zishan Motara. They certainly don't need to give away runs here, the CCC. They don't have a lot to play with at all.
And skipper Jonathan Carter not happy with the feeling of the youngster. Maybe a bit nervous at present. Well, he shouldn't be at the moment.
I'll ask our director to see if he can pull up that Yorker again, because I really enjoyed watching that swinging Yorker at the end of this over. Last delivery, trying to hit that baseball style back past Jediah Blades from Shane Mosley, and he gets nothing. 2 for 1 after 1.
Good start by the youngster Jediah Blades. He continues to show that he's one for the future. That delivery to dismiss Barbados Pride, Captain Craig Bratton, what a ripper of a delivery. I'm just waiting to see this on the replay.
I'm going to go back to you. I'm going to quote Mr. Pinney and say, brutal.
Brutal. Well, I got a chance to see the brutal. Wow.
Oh.
It swung across.
Swung, dip, swerve, everything.
I don't know what that ball hadn't did.
Excellent work from our director and cameraman. Director Visham Lalman and cameraman Kadir Mohammed for picking that up so brilliantly.
They're doing a fantastic job as well.
Excellent work.
Indeed.
Well, they didn't need senior management, Mr. Jason Prasad here at all. All he's been doing is sitting down and eating fritters. Govasta Edmond to resume from the southern end. Zachary McCaskey is there.
Had a good start in the first innings. Zachary McCaskey then threw his wicket away.
Oh, inside edge. The pad saved him there. A loose push there by McCaskey.
Wicketkeeper Demario Richards had his hands on his head. A forcing drive by McCaskey. The Barbados Pride seem like they want to finish this game in a hurry. Here at this wonderful venue, the Shedden Park, in St. Catherine. As we speak, the sun is out in his glory.
Wide, and oh, that's flash past point. A despairing dive by Zishan Matara. I'm not sure how close he got to it, but 4 runs for Mr. McCaskey.
We'll see on the replay here how close he went. Ooh, just out of the reach. But a very short delivery there by Edmund Gavaska. And a man with McCaskey's form, you won't miss out on that.
Yeah, short wide, put away, but there was still a half a chance, a semblance of a chance for Mataro. Up again, and that's cut even better over Motara's head, down to third man for 4. Zachary McCaskey is a man on a mission.
This time, as you see on the replay, it was short this time, and he deliberately played that ball over the fielder at backward point head for 4. Lovely looking shot on the part of McCaskey. So the Barbados Pride, they're up to 10, courtesy of 2 bunges from the last 2 deliveries by McCaskey.
There's 25 runs needed for victory in here. 4 sixes and a single will do it.
You're good at maths, my friend.
For 6 fours and a single, Penny. I will buy you a copybook for our next stint because, of course, you know they have the mathematical tables on the back.
I guess you need to carry at least 2 or 3 calculators here.
Yeah, certainly.
But of course, good outing so far by the Barbados Pride.
Lovely drive to the cover region, just in front of the square. I don't think it'll get to the ropes. Motara is running after it. He comes back, and they settle for 2. They don't have to take any undue risk, Barbados.
They definitely don't have to. A pleasant looking drive there by McCaskey. McCaskey was in the Tour of Australia as well, but actually didn't make his debut. But of course, he's one to look forward to for West Indies in future. This time he's standing tall and punching this one in front of point. Deshaun chase, and they're back for the second run quite easily. So at the end of over number 2, the Barbados Pride progresses to 14 for 1. The wicket to fall was Captain Craig Brathwaite. He was leg before by Blade without scoring.
Sort of a loose over there from Edmund Gavaston, maybe striving too hard. I hope Jediah Blades has a word with him for his second over. Tell him, hey, let's get it online. Encouragement for Jediah Blades from Cyan Hackett.
It's good to see the CCC team with a number of young cricketers. 17 is the youngest, that's a leg spinner. And of course, Blades, very good. Hackett. It's a good little squad there for the CCC.
Yeah, a lot to work with there. And they still have an attacking field here. 3 slips and a gully. Field that's square as well. They're still trying something here. Deep fine leg as well. So they want to... Blades, once they try to encourage the left-hander Mosley to drive through that covers, and hopefully one of those 3 slips come into play.
Shaquille Paris is the next youngster who looks very good.
Yeah. Gets one into the onside there. Mid-wicket region. Shane Mosley with his shades on jogs a single.
Shaquille Paris reminds me so much of an India batter. Who do you think it is? Shivman Gill.
Well. That's a very lofty comparison. Lofty indeed, Mr. Penny. But if Penny says it, then so be it. There's actually a saying in Jamaica that I've heard, put a penny in it.
Penny.
Blades to the right-handed McCaskey now. Let's see if he can get that late swing again. No, he doesn't. He gets that one.
Cracked away brilliantly by McCaskey. He's in no nonsense mood here at Sheridan Park. That ball flew off the bat, as you can see on the replay here. Absolutely nailed that one. Here's McCaskey. Bang!
Stand and deliver there from Zachary McCaskey.
So the score is up to 19 for 1 in over number 3.
Just 16 required here for victory. Barbados Pride really flexing their muscles in this round 1 of the Cricket West Indies Championships. Going over the wicket now to the right-hander, getting that in-swinger. Awkward bounce there at mid-wicket, but Hackett runs around on mid-on and does the fielding.
What I like about that delivery from Jediah Blade, that one pitched up, forcing McCaskey to drive. And he was looking for the big drive, was McCaskey.
Yeah, his bat was bent. He wasn't playing it straight at all.
And Jediah Blade is getting the ball to swing into the right-hander. So that's a risky chance there by McCaskey.
Yeah, certainly. Let's see how he goes again. The delivery gets this behind point. This might run down to the third man boundary. No, it doesn't. Pull back just inside. McCaskey says, I want to finish this. I want to go home. I want to go back to my hotel and relax. Maybe watch some Netflix. Penny.
He's certainly showing that he's in a hurry to leave St. Catherine.
Yeah, and it certainly shows the strength of this Barbados team, because if you consider it, Penny, we had a day lost to the wet outfield, so essentially this game has been done in 2.5 days. The CCC will be hoping for a better showing in the second round. At the end of the third over, Barbados spanking run rate, 21 for 1. And they're actually going to lunch here, as it's midday in Jamaica. See if the consideration is to continue. No, they will be going for lunch. No, the umpires are still conferring. We'll see what the Bajans are saying. I certainly think if they give it another 15 or 20 minutes, this game could be done and dusted. And yes, they have decided to resume play. So you'll have an extended first session. Good decision, I think, by the umpires. Just continue play.
Perfect decision by the two umpires. I think Captain Jonathan Carter have a lot to say with that decision as well. But of course, Barbados Pride in pursuit of 35 for victory. After 3 overs, they are 21 for 1. The wicket to fall was, of course, Craig Brathwaite. It was leg before of the bowling of Blades.
Yep. For a third ball duck, no less. Shane Mosley will be facing up against Govasta Edmund, whose first over went for 12. Zachary McCaskey took a liking to him. Let's see how Mosley takes this.
But there's 3 slips on a gully for Shane Mosley.
Mosley happy to play the sedate role to McCaskey, who's been going all guns blazing.
18 so far from 10 deliveries is McCaskey. Shane Mosley does a 3 from 5 deliveries. Wonderful sunshine here at Sheridan Park, though, Andrew.
Yeah.
Wow.
Govasta losing his run up there. Signal of dead ball from the umpire. So we really enjoyed our time here at Chedwin Park. Getting to spend time with 2 Mandevilleans in the form of Marlon Pinnock and Kimberly Forbes. And do you know each other from Mandeville?
Actually, I went to school in Mandeville, but I'm currently from St. and play all my schoolboy cricket for Homewood Technical that's in Manchester.
Ah, okay. So did you know Miss Forbes before from Mandeville?
Yes, I do, sir.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
And we both do commentaries together for SDC.
Oh, lovely.
She was the one who introduced me to commentary for SDC.
Oh, my. I didn't know you needed any links at all, Penny. I thought everybody knew you. I thought you just walk in a place and say, I am Penny, and get what you required.
Not at all, my friend.
This one is clipped down the leg side. I will run down to the defined leg boundary. Ian Hackett can't cut that off. A badly lined delivery from Govasta Edmonds. Mosley gets 4.
Yes, indeed. Badly lined delivery there. Easy pickings on the part of Shane Mosley. And he will welcome his first boundary in this innings. And the score is up to 25 for the loss of 1 here at this wonderful venue, Shedwin Park in St. Catherine.
Yeah, just 10 runs needed for victory now. And you even question why there was a debate extend play. When you consider that they were going for lunch before the start of this over, before the umpires decided, hey, let's continue. Cricket meanders to a close here at Chetburn Park. Thank you very much to the Jamaica Cricket Association for making us feel so welcome. And of course the wonderful folk at Cricket West Indies.
Good line been employed so far by Edmund Gavaskar. Edmund Gavaskar is from Jamaica.
Yeah.
Attended Michael University.
Ryan Hines sitting easy, sitting pretty.
Comfortably.
Comfortable indeed. He's turned that concrete bench into a lazy boy.
And why not? With your team in a commanding position, why not?
When your team are a bunch of hard-working boys. That's a bit of an in-swinger there. Mosley just jamming the bat down in time. And of course we mentioned the young players on the CCC, but we can't forget to mention the true star of this match, I think, in the form of Kevin Wickham. For his well-played 139 of 135 deliveries in the first innings. And then the young Bajan spinner, Shame Alexis Holder. It's hard to step over Jamal Warrican, but he managed to do that in this game. 25 for 1 after 4.
Definitely. Kevin Wickham, he really set up the game for the Barbados Pride in the first innings. A brutal, as we mentioned before, a brutal innings from the young man.
Brutal. If there was ever a version of Mortal Kombat Jamaica, Penny, I would definitely be using your voice. Brutality, fatality.
As you can see, there's just a little spectators in the ground. Not much here at Sheridan Park.
Blades will continue. And he's been bowling to Zachary McCaskey. Let's see if McCaskey wants to finish this game in this over. Certainly does. He swipes at that one, gets a top edge, and it goes down to the third man boundary for 4. McCaskey, he didn't connect with that one at all.
As you can see on the replay, just the full flow of the bat. Edge found down to the vacant third man boundary for 4 more runs. That means the Barbados Pride within single figures for victory. They are 6 runs away.
Not quite single figures, still 10 required, Penny. I really have to get you some mathematical lessons. No, you're actually right. My apologies. Our scoreboard on the screen is delayed. 6 runs required for victory. 1 big 6 and we're out of here. Lovely drive, but nothing doing there from Zachary McCaskey. Good response from Jediah Blades.
Pleasant looking drive there by McCaskey, showing the full face of the bat, and that is good from McCaskey, getting some practice.
So going back to the CCC, if we could do a post-mortem of their performance. Again, they have the players that make up a good team. They have a good bowling unit. Jonathan Carter was guilty of dropping a catch or 2 in the Bajan's first innings, or the Bajan only innings. That's driven through cover, bounces awkwardly, won't reach to the boundary. McCaskey is screaming back for 2, gets it quite easily. Casual from Demario Richards. The game meanders to a close here.
It's clearly McCaskey is looking to finish this game in this over. He's been very positive in his second innings. The 35 runs they were required for victory. And after 4.3 overs, they are 31 for 1. Just Craig Brathwaite. He must be a disappointed man.
Gets this one through the cover region. Will that go to the ropes? If it does, it is the end of the game. It is. That goes to the extra cover region. Zachary McCaskey finishes it in style. Barbados take all the points, all the glory, and they finish with pride. And they defeat the combined campuses and colleges by 9 wickets. Penny, what do you have to say?
The Barbados Pride really came up for these 3 days of cricket they got and delivered for the Pride. And hats off to the Barbados team. They really put up a good show here at Sheridan Park in St. Catherine, Jamaica.
Combined campuses and colleges, what do they do now? How do they rebuild for the second round?
Basically, it's just to go back to the drawing board, think about what you did wrong and try to build on the weakness to be a strength.
And of course, we're here at Chedwin Park at St. Catherine, Jamaica, as Barbados Pride win by 9 wickets in round 1 of the Cricket West Indies Regional 4-day championships. They are playing beautiful cricket. They've played very intense cricket. But on behalf of the Cricket 360 team signing off from Chedwin Park, I am Andrew Chan, Mr. Marlon Carlisle Pinnock, Director, cameraman, statistician, commentator Visham Lalman, the wonderful Miss Kimberly Forbes, who graced us with her presence today, coming all the way from the VIP in Mandeville, our wonderful cameraman Kadir Mohammed, learning on the job, learning strong, learning fast and learning hard, and the man who wasn't necessary at Chedwin Park today, but we appreciate his presence, that should be, Senior Manager Jason Passard. This is Cricket 360 signing off from Chedwin Park in St. Catherine, Jamaica. Bless up.